everybody. Thought we should do an update on where we stand. We got everybody out here now. Got all moms, all the babies. Don't have any new ones now. We got all the moms and all the babies out here. So here's what I said I was going to do on the inside. And as you can see, we took out the tank, took out the gates, moved everything over all the way to here. And here's our 4 that have not lambed yet. They get the last piece here, and now it's easy to get them back in the catch pen to sort them out if needed. And I have already started a creep feeder. I'm figuring the lambs are up here with moms on the alfalfa. I've seen the lambs digging around in the feed when I'm feeding grain. I've seen the lambs messing around there, so I figured why not? Let's just put them in a creep feeder real quick. I'll just throw a little feed in there every once in a while. And there's a little bit in there now. I don't put much in because it's sweet feed. It won't last long. I have had them out on the pasture. We've been letting them out there. Now, I don't know. There's a lot of different ideas or different things people think for first thing in the spring and green grass and what to do. And sheep tend to bloat. I don't know if really lush green grass starting spring could be something for causing bloat, but here's the way I do this. I've started using this feeder now just because I'm stealing hay from over there. I'll throw a little hay in the feeder first thing in the morning. I come on in the morning, I bottle feed the ones I need to bottle feed. I throw a little hay in the feeder. I let everybody eat some alfalfa, and then I open the gate and put them out in the pasture. Now I let them go out in the pasture, and I'll let them stay out there, say 2 or 3 hours. They're going to go eat, but they just got done eating, so it's not like they haven't eaten anything. And you can look out of that pasture. There's not a lot of green grass out there yet. It still doesn't have a lot of green grass, so it's not like they're getting a lot of really lush green stuff, but they're getting something. I leave them out there for a couple hours, and after a couple hours, I bring them back in and close them in again. So I'm just giving them a couple hours a day out there to start with. They were out yesterday. They were out this morning. They'll go out tomorrow, and I'll just keep doing that for the next few days. And then as we get 4, 5, 6 days into this, I'll just start letting them stay out there longer and longer all the time. So, but that's where we stand with these guys. Everybody's doing pretty good, I think. I'll tell you what, a lot of color this year. I'm really happy with the color this year that we got. But I made some changes for the bottle lambs. Let's go check on that. As you can see, I moved my bottle lambs. I figure I have 3 left, 2 lamb out there. So this way I can open up both the pens. And let's go out this way. I can open up both the pens. I can still have one here. So if I need to put one here, I can do that too. Hang on just a second, I'm gonna get this door. Sorry about that. Two-handed job to get to the door. I figure I can always have one here. I got the 2 pins there. Of the 4 that are out here, the one laying down, I don't think is bred. That's one we don't think is bred. The white, the Texas Doll Ewe, Tammy is going to be the best or easiest to take care of. She's been around. That little brown and white one there, Pepper, that's her mother right across the way over there. And her mother's a little squirrely, and she's squirrelier yet. She's squirrelier than her mother. You better produce good, because around here, if you're squirrely, you don't produce, I'll send you down the road. But I don't think we're going to end up with Pepper by herself. I don't think I want to put her by herself. So I'm hoping, we'll see which way, who goes first or whatever. But in time, I'm thinking someone's going to stay with her even after she lambs to see if that might help calm her down. I would love if Tammy, the doll, went first, and I just get her first and get her lambs in, and eventually she would go there. I'd let these 3 just stay here. I'd let them stay there by themselves, see what happens as they're lambing. Never separate those three, let them lamb, and then maybe after the lambs are a few weeks old, eventually put everybody back together again. That's what I wouldn't mind, but we'll see how it works. So what do we do with our bottle lambs? Well, figuring I don't really need the catch pin, so I've got this all closed off. See if we can go out here. What are you guys doing? Yeah? See if I can get my gate straightened out again. There we are. What are you guys doing? Huh? What are you doing? Yes, you're doing good. And you're doing much better. She's doing much better. For somebody that I about had to sit on to get her fed before, she is finally coming up. And we'll just take the bottle. It took a while to get us there, but we finally got her where she's willing to come up now and just take the bottle. And she's drinking a lot more in each sitting, so we're doing good that way. I'm going to give them this whole pen. I figure they can have this whole pen. Now, when I come out to feed them at night, I'm probably going to go ahead and close the door. I think I'll close this door, and I'm going to lock them inside at night. They don't really need to be outside at night, so we'll lock them in, and hopefully they can stay here. You know, I get them eating really good here. They're both coming up. They're both taking the bottle. They're both eating good. I wouldn't mind if I could do that for 2 weeks and have them doing that for 2 weeks, take them back and kick them out with everybody else, let them become sheep. So we might do that before it's all said and done. That's all I got for right now. We're going to keep up. We'll go as the week progresses. We'll see what happens. Got to be some babies again one of these first days. So we'll go from there. We're back to cold weather. After some 60s and 70 degrees days, we're in the 40s. But still got everybody out in the pasture. I just put them out a little bit ago. It's cloudy and cold this morning, down to 20s. I thought we'll just leave them inside. And now that the sun is out and it's starting to get up around the 40s, I thought they can go out in the pasture for a few hours. But let's go inside. Got another new one. We got our first time mom. This is Dub's daughter. And we got a little ram lamb. Yes. And he is all black except that little white spot on top of his head. That's all he's got, huh? Nice big lamb, but you know, first timers, it seems like it's either one big one or two small ones. And he's a nice big ram lamb. So now the way it worked with her, that was a little odd. I had them out here. I'm gonna go out, the other ones are outside anyway. They were right in here in the catch pen area. I looked at her at 2 in the morning. She was kind of standing by the door, and I don't know why, I just thought she acted a little funny. So I looked at her again around 2:30 or so on the camera. Now they're all laying down, that's fine. About 4:30, I was up, so I looked at the camera. Everybody's just laying here, fine. About 6:15, I get up. So as I get up, I decide to take a look at the camera, and everybody's just laying here and they're fine. About an hour later, 7:15, I come out to feed the lambs, and there's a baby laying right in there. She had him in there somewhere between 6:15 and 7:15. She had him right in there. So, of course, he couldn't get out. And what I did, and this is what I try to do with first-time moms, and I don't know if I've ever discussed this one or not. I got him out, and I set him on the ground back over here. Mom was a little, and the other three. So I kind of just tried to ease past her, and she was torn. You know, first-time mom, she wanted to go with everybody else, but yet she still wanted to go back to the lamb. So I just slowly eased past her. She went to the lamb. I closed this door, locked the other three outside, and the lamb was kind of getting up and everything. I walked away. I closed the door, and I went back in the house, and I just let her go. First-time moms, I really want them to bond with that lamb. That's always a problem you can have with first-time moms, the rejection. They don't know what's going on. I watched her while I was getting the others out. She was licking on the lamb, paying a good attention to the lamb. So under that conditions, I'm getting out of here. I don't want to put me between those two in any way and break any bonds. I want to make sure she gets good and bonded. She stayed here with him. I went back in the house, had a cup of coffee, had my breakfast, came back out, and then after that, I slipped him inside and Mom inside. I put him in that pen, got her a bucket of water, threw a little alfalfa in, put a heat lamp in, and I walked away again. She was still paying attention to him. She was really fine licking. He was up. He'd been nursing, it looked like. But that's, when I'm doing first-time moms, I don't want to intercede any more than I have to with them, because I want to make sure they get that good bond with babies. So, you know, older moms had 2 or 3 before. Those, you're usually pretty good about that. You can come in and grab them, move them around, do what you need to do. Mom follows along in your good shape. But first timers, I kind of take it a little bit easy if I can. So, hey everybody. Well, we've been 48 hours here for Mom and little one. Been 2 days. I think it's time to turn her outside. And we're just going to put her out. Let's see what we got outside here. Little ones are crying. They've already eaten. All right, we got these 3 outside. And I think I've made my decision. We're just going to put Mom and baby with them. Those 4 are just staying together. And they'll stay there till everybody lambs. You know, the problem's going to be they're going to be almost a month later than the first ones. The lambs will. So we got quite a bit of time yet before, we probably got a good 3 or 4 weeks before I really like to start rotating our pastures and stuff, getting that grass growing. Hopefully we'll get them done. And then once those lambs are maybe 2 or 3 weeks old, or a couple weeks old at least, then we can finally put everybody together. All right, let me get the door open here. This is easy, just a wire. Mom, you ready to go out? Baby, follow? That's the easy way to do it. You take your little one with you. There we go. Now I'm going to have to check that far gate just to make sure there's nothing, holes big enough for babies to get out. But we should be okay with that. The rest of the fence I know is good because it holds the other ones in. But we'll check our gate over here in a little while. Well, there we go. That'll give you time to get used to everything. Nice, attentive mother. Don't you love seeing that? You love seeing a nice mother that's real attentive and taking care of their babies. Well, guys, that's all I got for this time around. I got the feeling we might be a while yet before we get those other ones, but as soon as we get some lambs or we got some activity, we'll get back with another video.